My dearest listeners, I have something to share with you. Something so incredibly deep, so spiritually important that it feels like heaven itself is moved by its truth. I really want you to listen with your whole self, because this isn't just any message. Right now, in this very moment. Not looking back at yesterday, not hoping for tomorrow, but right now, as you breathe and your heart beats, you're about to experience one of the biggest eye-openers of your entire life. What you're going to hear isn't just information to file away in your mind. No, this is a divine sign, a holy echo of what your spirit has known for a long time. It's the voice of heaven, loud and clear, cutting through the usual quiet of the world to announce a truth you've been so deeply, so patiently waiting for. A truth your soul has longed to have confirmed. So I ask you, my cherished one, to lean in closely, draw nearer in spirit. Take a deep, calming breath, feeling it fill you, and then release it slowly. Calm your soul, quiet the busy thoughts inside, because the divine is speaking directly to your spirit, whispering secrets of love and destiny. Heaven has indeed seen it all, every single moment of your journey, every tear that you cried when no one was looking. Each one is precious and remembered. Every moment you laid your head on the pillow with a heart so heavy it felt too much to carry, a weight that seemed impossible to bear alone. The divine saw the silent suffering, the quiet strength, the days when you walked forward in faith, trusting in what you couldn't see, but secretly in the tender places of your heart. Wondered if your faith was even making a difference, if your prayers were being heard. The Creator saw you lift your hands in worship, your voice joining in songs of praise, while your soul whispered, "Beloved source, I'm tired. I'm so very tired. Just show me the truth. Light up my path." And today, in its perfect, unquestionable timing, the divine has sent this message through me, your spiritual guide, your heavenly messenger, not just to tell you facts, but to awaken you to a deeper reality, to stir the very center of your being. My dearest, I come to you with a holy message, a gift from the divine, burning like a sacred fire inside me and wrapped in layers of holy insight. A truth was whispered in the spirit, a deep knowing sent through the universe's flow. Not 10 minutes ago, not an hour ago, but just now in a moment perfectly timed by the divine. A confession so raw, so real, and so utterly shocking in what it means was made. And that confession, the words that are going to change the landscape of your heart, is this: I'm faking my marriage with my current partner. Yes, those exact words, heavy with unspoken pain and tired pretending, were spoken by the one your heart has loved so deeply, so unselfishly, and often so painfully from a distance that felt like a huge gap. Let those words settle into your spirit. Let them sink into your understanding. Don't push them away because you can't believe them. Don't run from what they mean. Just breathe deeply and consciously. Let the revelation fill the air around you, charging it with the energy of truth revealed. Your spirit, that intuitive, knowing part of you, has sensed for a while now, perhaps longer than you consciously realized, that something wasn't right, that a key piece of the puzzle was out of place. There's been an ache deep inside you, a steady throb in your soul that no comforting words from others, no worldly distractions could truly satisfy or soothe. You've seen the signs, haven't you? The small clues, the emotional distance that felt like miles between you even when they were near, the inconsistent behavior that left you feeling confused and unsettled, the silences that felt louder, more filled with unspoken meaning than any shouting could ever be. You asked the divine in the secret place of your heart, in those quiet moments of connection, what's really going on? What is the truth behind this complicated situation? Why does my heart feel so unexplainably, so powerfully tied to someone who seems so far away, so out of reach? Am I making this all up, Divine One? Am I lost in a dream? Or is there genuinely more to this than I can currently see with my own eyes? And the everlasting light says, today, know this for certain. You were never imagining it. You weren't just fantasizing about a connection that wasn't real. You weren't being delusional, lost in a world of wishful thinking. And you certainly weren't being weak for holding on, for keeping that tiny spark of hope alive in your heart despite how things looked on the outside. You were, in fact, spiritually sensing something profound, something that your physical eyes and logical mind couldn't yet fully see or understand. You were tuned into a spiritual reality that was hidden from plain sight. And now, heaven itself, the place of ultimate truth, confirms it. Just a short while ago, behind closed doors, in a moment of raw honesty, this person, the one who holds such a big space in your heart, finally said the words you were meant to hear, the words that begin to undo the illusion. I'm faking my marriage with them. My heart isn't in it. I feel like I'm living a lie, a performance for an audience that doesn't even know the real me. Oh, cherished soul, understand that this is no mere coincidence, no random event. This is divine alignment in its purest form. This is precisely what happens when the undeniable truth of the divine begins to break chains, to take apart falsehoods, and to clear the path for what is real and meant to be. This moment, this sacred revealing, was arranged not just for you to know what's happening in the everyday physical world, but far more importantly, for you to understand what has been happening in the spirit world, in the unseen. Places where true battles are fought and destinies are decided. You see, this is not just a story about unrequited love or simple emotional confusion, though those things may have been part of it. This, at its heart, is about spiritual warfare. This is about a divine assignment, a sacred purpose woven into your being and theirs, a union that negative forces have tried endlessly to stop, to throw off track, to destroy. There are forces, shadowy and persistent, that have been working overtime, tirelessly, to keep this sacred union apart, to prevent it from blooming. These forces show up as demonic distractions, carefully created fake connections designed to lead astray, and soul ties born out of fear, insecurity, and pressure from others, not out of genuine faith and divine guidance. But the divine is a revealer of secrets, a bringer of clarity. The Creator is a power who shines an unquenchable light in the deepest darkness, showing what is hidden and bringing forth what is true. And today, in this crucial moment, the veil is being pulled back, becoming transparent. That marriage they are in, the one that has caused so much heartache and confusion, it was not born out of true, deeply felt love. It was created from pressure, from what others expected, from manipulation, perhaps even from a desperate need to show an image of perfection, to look like everything was perfect on the outside, while in reality, a slow, emotional, and spiritual fading was happening on the inside. That union was not divinely planned by spirit in the way a sacred partnership is. It was allowed by the divine, permitted to continue for a time, not because you were forgotten or ignored, never that, but because something important had to be revealed through it. Lessons had to be learned, and certain illusions had to be shattered for everyone involved. But now, the time of pretending, of wearing masks and playing roles, is over. The carefully built mask is cracking under the pressure of real feelings. The grand illusion, which may have seemed so solid for so long, is now breaking into a million pieces. And the one whom your soul is so deeply, so fundamentally connected to, is finally, truly waking up from a long and restless sleep. Yes, the very one who may have left you, overlooked you, or felt they couldn't choose you because of fear, because of confusion, because of entanglements. They are beginning to see clearly now. The fog is lifting from their mind. And do you know what they see in their moments of quiet stillness, when the noise of the world fades away and their soul can finally speak? They see you. You, the one who consistently prayed for them, lifting them up to the light. You, the one who stood in the spiritual gap for them when they were too blind, too lost, to recognize what you truly meant, the depth of the connection you shared. You, the one who, even from afar, loved them purely, without conditions, without expecting anything in return. They remember the way you made them feel, not just on an emotional level, but profoundly, spiritually. With you, they felt seen, truly seen for who they are, not for who they were pretending to be. They felt covered, protected, accepted without any conditions. And now, as they walk through this current time of intense spiritual discomfort and inner struggle, Their soul is instinctively, powerfully longing for the one place, the one presence, where they felt closest to the divine, closest to their true self. And that, my dearest, is your presence, your energy, your love. That's why they confessed. That's why they finally broke down and said the words they could no longer keep locked inside. The truth that was burning to be released. But beloved, hear me clearly on this. This revelation, this coming shift, is not just about your reunion, as wonderful as that will be. It is not only about achieving a happily ever after in the usual sense. This is about something far greater, far more significant. This is about your spiritual gifts, the sacred abilities and empowerment given to you. This is about your calling, the unique purpose you are here to fulfill. This is about a divine partnership, a sacred union that carries power for generations, the potential to heal family lines, and to bring immense light into the world. Together, you and this person are not just destined to be lovers or companions. You are designed to be agents of positive change in the world. You are chain breakers, destined to shatter old patterns of limitation and suffering. You are world changers, meant to impact lives and transform communities through your combined energies and purpose. And precisely that is why the opposition, the forces working against good, tried so desperately, so relentlessly to derail it, to prevent it from ever happening. From the very moment your souls recognized each other on a deep, spiritual level, even if your conscious minds didn't fully grasp it then, darkness launched a full-scale, many-sided attack to keep you apart. This attack showed up in various ways. As emotional confusion, planting seeds of doubt and misunderstanding. It came as false commitments, situations that seemed binding but were ultimately distractions. It appeared as frustrating delays, obstacles that seemed impossible to overcome. It cloaked itself in prolonged silence, making you question everything. But listen to this truth and let it anchor you. Nothing, absolutely nothing, not even the passage of time or the vastness of distance, can kill what the divine has ordained. And what the divine joins together in spirit. No person, no negative force, no lie, no circumstance can permanently tear apart. Your person has been living in a house, perhaps, but not a true home for their soul. Sharing a physical space, a bed, but not the sacred closeness of their soul, their deepest truths. Saying words that were expected, but not speaking the real language of their heart. But now, the inner war, the conflict between their soul's truth and their outward reality, has reached a critical breaking point. The shell they've been hiding in, the image they've projected, can no longer contain the growing truth that is desperate to come out. And here's what the Spirit of Truth wants you to know with complete certainty. Do not regret the delay you have endured. Do not look back and curse the process, the painful waiting, the unanswered questions. Your tears, every single one, were not wasted. They were watering seeds of strength and compassion. Your waiting was not in vain. It was a sacred period of preparation and growth. Heaven used this delay, this period of separation and longing, to purify your heart, to cleanse it of any lingering insecurities or dependencies. It was used to strengthen your spirit, to build your inner resilience, making you unshakable. And crucially, it was used to teach you, deeply and through experience, that your true value, your inherent worth, is not based on being chosen by any human being, but by being called and cherished by the divine. Sacred writings confirm this, declaring, "Fear not, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name. You are mine. Yes, cherished one, you belong to the Creator. You were never forgotten, not for a single moment. You were not abandoned to face your struggles alone. You were not, and never were, second best or a consolation prize. You were chosen. You were set apart for a unique destiny. You are destined for great love and great purpose. And now, the barriers, those things that blocked clear vision, are falling from their eyes. Now, they're beginning to remember who they truly are in connection with the divine, their real spiritual identity. They're growing tired of the lies, weary of the pretense. They're tired of trying to please people at the cost of their own soul's honesty. They are tired of suppressing their divinely given desire for something real, something holy, something born not of fleeting physical impulse, but of lasting spirit. And you, my dearest, you are the promise they are awakening to. You are the answered prayer, the embodiment of the authenticity their soul craves. You are the one who waited faithfully, with integrity, while others perhaps took shortcuts or settled for less than divine best. You are the one who didn't compromise what your heart knew. You are the one who heard heaven's whisper, the subtle nudges of spirit, long before the world ever began to confirm it. And now, beloved soul, the divine says to prepare. Prepare your heart, not for revenge against past hurts, not for a desire to control the situation or the other person, but prepare for restoration, for deep and meaningful reconciliation, for the profound beauty of healing. Because when the divine restores, it doesn't just bring back what was lost in its original form. No, the Creator brings back something far better, enriched, purified, and uplifted. This journey, this entire challenging chapter, was never just about a romantic relationship, though that is a beautiful part of it. It was more profoundly about the refining of your soul, the polishing of your spirit. It was about growing your faith until you could stand firmly and confidently on the divine's word alone, on your inner knowing, not needing constant human approval or external signs to believe what Spirit promised you in the quiet of your heart. It was about becoming so deeply rooted in your identity in the divine, so secure in your worth and purpose, that when they return, and they will return, you will be able to receive them not from a place of desperation, neediness, or past pain, but from a place of divine authority, grace, and profound compassion. You will know exactly who you are. You will know exactly what spiritual treasures you carry within you, and you will walk together in purpose, a purpose far greater than yourselves, not just in fleeting passion. So today, heaven confirms it with a resounding yes. The statement, "I'm faking my marriage with my current partner," is not a statement of defeat or failure. It is, in truth, the very beginning of freedom for all involved. It is the crucial moment when lies finally give way to illuminating truth. It is the instant when bondage gives way to liberating breakthrough. It is the turning point when confusion gives way to profound clarity. Cherished one of spirit, hold your head high. Lift your eyes to the hills, to the heavens, where your help comes from. Your help comes from the source, the maker of heaven and earth, the origin of all strength and wisdom. You are not behind schedule. You are not forgotten or overlooked. You are precisely, perfectly right on time, in divine harmony. Now declare this aloud or affirm it powerfully in your spirit. I am chosen. I am walking in truth. I receive heaven's revelation for my life. And so it is. Let this affirmation resonate through your being, anchoring this truth deep within you. My beloved, that's why I allowed you, specifically you, to hear this message today, to feel its truth in your soul. This was not a random encounter, not a chance happening. This was a divine appointment, carefully arranged. This moment, this specific word, it was meant for you. Because while not everyone you know will understand the depths of what you've gone through, the silent battles you've fought, not everyone will believe the incredible spiritual destiny you carry within you, and not everyone will see or acknowledge the powerful spiritual gifts in your life, you must remember, you are not like everyone else. You are set apart. You are chosen. You are the one. I have prepared you for such a time as this, for this very season of breakthrough and fulfillment. This storm you faced, yes, that particular one, the one that felt like it was going to break you, that pushed you to your absolute limits, it was never sent to destroy you. It was sent to prepare you. It was sent, ultimately, to bless you, to strengthen you, to reveal your incredible resilience. What looked like a devastating breakdown from an earthly perspective was actually a profound breakthrough in disguise, a cracking open to allow more light to enter. What looked like irreparable loss was actually strategic positioning by the hand of the divine. Heaven was carefully reordering your steps, aligning you for something far greater than you could have imagined. Like Joseph in the ancient stories, you may have found yourself thrown into a pit of betrayal by those you trusted, a pit of disheartening silence from the one you long to hear from, a pit of painful misunderstanding from those around you. But just like Joseph, the divine is not leaving you there in that place of despair. I'm lifting you out, drawing you up from the depths. I am taking you towards a place of honor and purpose. Not just any place, but a place of purpose, a realm where everything you suffered will finally make sense, where every tear will be validated, and where everything you endured with faith will be abundantly rewarded. And like Esther, you were hidden for a season, kept out of the spotlight. Your unique gifts may have been hidden from view. Your powerful voice may have been quieted. Even your beautiful heart, with all its capacity to love, may have been hidden away for protection. But now, the time of being hidden has come to an end. The season is shifting. I am preparing your symbol of authority and your destiny. I'm calling you forth from the shadows into the light. For just as Esther was raised up and positioned for such a time as hers, to bring deliverance to her people, so too are you being carefully positioned for this specific moment in history, for the unique role you are to play. Your voice, when you speak your truth, will carry undeniable weight and authority. Your very presence will carry my power and grace, and your obedience to the gentle nudges of spirit will bring forth deliverance, not just for you, but for many others who will be touched by your story and your life. And like Ruth, you have walked through fields of sorrow, known the taste of grief. You have mourned losses. You have wept tears of sadness and frustration. You have questioned, in your moments of despair, why you had to let go of certain people who meant so much to you, why you had to leave certain places that felt like home, why doors slammed shut when you prayed so fervently for them to open. But listen, your Redeemer, the one who restores and makes all things new, has not forgotten you. That divine Redeemer is on the horizon, moving swiftly towards you. And what you felt you lost in one season, I will restore and more in the next. Your mourning will indeed turn into dancing, your sorrow into joy, and your story, the whole picture of your life, will be a powerful testimony of divine alignment, of faithfulness rewarded, and of love conquering all. So what do you do now, beloved, as you stand on the edge of this beautiful unfolding? You wait, but not in fear, not in anxiety or worried anticipation. You wait in active faith, knowing that waiting on me, on divine timing, is never, ever wasted time. It is a period of sacred stillness and deep preparation. You rise, but not in pride or arrogance, not with a sense of being better than others. You rise in purpose, understanding that you have a significant role to play, because I did not bring you this far through all these trials just to leave you here. There is always more love, more joy, more purpose. You pray, not with worry filling your thoughts, not with anxious requests born of doubt, but you pray with the power of spiritual awareness, understanding that this battle you have been engaged in is not primarily against flesh and blood, not against people. This is a spiritual war, a contest between light and shadow, and the tools of your warfare, your faith, your prayers, your love, your truth, are mighty through spirit, powerful enough to dismantle strongholds of negativity and illusion. You've done all you can in the physical world. Now you stand. Stand firm in your faith, stand tall in your knowing, because the next move, the decisive move, isn't yours to make. It's mine. And when I move swiftly with undeniable power and always with divine purpose. There will be a separation, a clear division between what is true and what is false. There will be a breaking of old ties and false structures. But hear this, and let it comfort you. It will not be by your hand, not through your striving or manipulation. It will be by the irresistible power of truth. And truth has a way of doing what manipulation, force, or human effort never can. Truth reveals. Truth exposes. Truth liberates. Truth sets free. A sacred text reminds us, for the Word of God is living and active, sharper than any two-edged sword. It judges the thoughts and attitudes of the heart. My word, the divine intention for your life and for this connection, has already gone forth. It will not return empty. It will accomplish precisely what I sent it to do. I am watching over my word to perform it, to bring it into full reality. Your special person, the one you have prayed for so diligently, the one who has been distant, confused, conflicted, and caught in a web of illusion, is on the very edge of a significant breakthrough. The pressure they're feeling internally is immense, almost unbearable. They are caught in a profound spiritual tension between what is comfortable and familiar, though ultimately unfulfilling, and what is sacred and divinely intended. They are torn between what feels superficially safe, though it is a beautiful cage, and what is truly sacred, what their soul deeply yearns for. They are wrestling between the pulls of the world, with its expectations and illusions, and my will, my perfect plan for their ultimate joy and fulfillment. And you, my dearest one, are being called to pray for them, to stand in the spiritual gap for them like never before. Lift up their name in the secret place of your heart, in your sacred prayer time. Declare freedom over their life, over their mind, over their heart. Bind the forces of confusion that have clouded their judgment. Release divine clarity and wisdom upon them. Rebuke the lies that have held them captive. Proclaim the undeniable truth of their divine identity and the sacredness of the connection you share. For what I am about to do, no human plan can stop. No negative force can delay it any longer. No fear, whether theirs or yours, can ultimately block it. This is a divine move. This is your season of divine exposure, where all that is hidden will be brought to light. This is the hour where lies will crumble under their own weight and truth will speak with a clear, resonant voice. The masks are coming off, not just theirs, but perhaps some you didn't even realize were there. The hearts, in their truest, most vulnerable state, are being revealed. And you, yes, you are being called not just to watch from the sidelines, but to participate, to plant seeds, not just with your heartfelt prayers, but with faith-filled actions, with spiritual commitment, with focused intention, with the fire of unwavering belief that what you release in faith will be met with my divine release of blessings and breakthroughs. I'm calling those who believe, those who feel this word resonating deep in their bones, to step out in renewed faith. This is because there's a spiritual law in motion, a divine principle. When you release what's in your heart in pure faith and trust, I release what's in my divine supply for you. Your acts of faith, your unwavering belief, your persistent hope, these are declarations to the universe. I believe. I'm ready. I receive. It's a prophetic act. It's an act of spiritual alignment. It's a signal to heaven that you are aligning your heart, your energy, your faith with my unfolding purpose. It's a testament that says, I trust you, Divine One, even when I don't see the full picture, even when the path ahead is not entirely clear. There are blessings I have reserved for this exact moment in time, blessings specifically designed for you. There are breakthroughs tied to your continued obedience to spiritual guidance, to your steadfastness. There are generational shifts, healings of family patterns that will begin the moment you fully say yes with your whole being with unwavering faith. So, move forward with purpose. Act with joyous expectation. Live with the profound knowing that the spirit of restoration, the spirit who brings dead things, dead hopes, dead dreams, back to vibrant life, is working diligently behind the scenes. The divine is working in the silence. The Creator is working in places you can't yet see, in hearts you can't yet touch, but rest assured, the divine is working. Beloved, I know you've been weary. I know your heart has been under immense pressure. I know the waiting has felt incredibly long, and the silence at times has been deafening, almost unbearable. But this is not the end of your story of longing. This is the turning point you have prayed for. The confession has been made in the secret place. The mask is unraveling, thread by thread. The angels, heavenly helpers, are moving on your behalf, arranging divine coincidences. And your name, yes, your precious name, is being whispered in the heart of the one who once ran from you. or seemed unable to choose you. Because what Spirit ordains, no opposition, no matter how cunning, can cancel. What Spirit unites in spirit, no distance, no matter how vast, can truly destroy. What Spirit begins, Spirit always finishes. Stay ready, be still, and know, deep within your soul, that I am Spirit. As it is written, be still and know that I am God. Watch what I do in the coming days, in the next 7 days and beyond. Breakthroughs are coming soon. Expect vivid dreams that bring clarity. Prepare for sincere apologies and heartfelt communications. Be open to divine interruptions that realign everything. They're coming. And when they come, when these signs begin to unfold, don't forget where you were, how you felt when this word first reached your spirit. Don't forget the prayer you whispered in hope. Don't forget the divine confirmation you just received in your heart. And above all, don't forget to give glory and thanks to the source of all good things. Now, my cherished one, type this below in your mind or whisper it to the wind as your solemn declaration. I receive this truth. I will walk in divine timing. My promise is still alive because heaven just moved, and my promise is waking up. This sacred space you've entered by hearing this message is a place where faith is nurtured, where purpose is ignited, where destiny is confirmed. This is a spiritual home for those who are hungry for a deeper connection with the divine, thirsty for pure truth, and truly ready for their profound breakthrough. More messages from heaven are on the way, for the divine is always speaking to those who listen. And what Spirit is about to do next in your life is something so beautiful, so fulfilling, you won't want to miss a moment of its unfolding. Let this word live in you. Let it grow like a strong tree. Let it shift your perspective, elevate your spirit, and let it remind you constantly, your promise is still vibrantly alive. Your divine source is still in absolute control, and your breakthrough is already in motion, drawing nearer with every breath you take. Amen.